Welcome back to the Before ACI podcast. Today we are diving into a question that has been making some noise in the literary world.
Yeah.
Can AI actually write a bestseller? We've got a whole stack of articles, expert opinions, and even some real-world examples to unpack here. So get ready for a fascinating look at AI and
Absolutely.
future storytelling.
It's not just science fiction anymore. AI writing tools are already making waves.
Yeah.
And we're going to break down how they work, what they can do, and what it all means for you as readers and maybe even aspiring writers.
So let's start with the tools themselves. We keep hearing these names: Pseudowrite, ChatGPT, Jasper. Are these just like glorified grammar checkers, or is there something more going on?
More going on.
Under the hood.
It's definitely more than just spell check on steroids.
Okay.
Think of it this way.
Okay.
Imagine giving a computer a massive library of books.
Right.
And then teaching it to analyze how stories are structured, how characters develop, even how language itself works.
So it's like the AI is learning the patterns of good writing.
Tools like Pseudowrite use a technique called Markov chains, which is basically predicting the next word in a sentence based on the words that came before.
Okay.
It's good at mimicking style and generating creative prose, but it can sometimes get a bit repetitive or nonsensical.
That makes sense. So how is something like ChatGPT different?
ChatGPT relies on a much more complex type of AI called a transformer. Imagine it's not just looking at the last few words, but understanding the entire context of what's being written. This allows it to generate much more coherent and nuanced text, and it's really good at following instructions. Like write a mystery story with a twist ending.
Wow, that's impressive. So if these AI tools are so good at writing, does that mean human authors are going to become obsolete?
That's a question that has a lot of people worried, but honestly,
I
think it's more about collaboration than replacement.
Okay.
Imagine using AI to help you brainstorm plot ideas or generate different character options. It's like having a brainstorming partner who never gets tired.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
So instead of seeing AI as competition, we can think of it as a tool to enhance our own creativity.
Precisely. And think about this. What if you could use AI to analyze best-selling books in your genre and figure out what elements make them so successful? You could then incorporate those insights into your own writing.
Hold on. You're saying AI could actually help us write better stories?
Let's write better stories,
I'm starting to see the appeal here.
Okay.
But let's be real. Can AI really generate a page turner that keeps you up all night?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
I recently read an article about how an author used an AI tool to generate a first draft of a blog post about, ironically, freelance writing.
Interesting.
And you know what? It wasn't bad. It needed some editing and polishing, but the core ideas were there.
So it's not just about spitting out random sentences. The AI can actually grasp concepts and structure them in a way that makes sense.
That's right.
Okay.
And with the speed at which these AI tools are developing, who knows what they'll be capable of in a few years. We may even see AI-generated novels hitting the bestseller lists sooner than we think.
Now that's a thought-provoking image, browsing the bookstore and seeing authored by AI
I know, right?
on the cover.
But
even if AI can write a decent story, isn't there something missing that human spark that makes a book truly special?
That's a great question. And it gets to the heart of what makes us human. We connect with stories on an emotional level. And I think that's where the human author still holds the advantage. But maybe, just maybe, AI can help us tap into those emotions in new and surprising ways.
Okay, I'm officially intrigued. This is getting way more interesting than I initially thought. So let's move beyond the hypothetical.
Okay.
Are there actual authors and publishers out there using these AI tools right now?
Absolutely. There are authors using AI to do things like analyze pacing and sentence structure to make their stories more engaging. They're even using AI to research competitor books and identify market trends. It's like having a whole team of assistants working behind the scenes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's not just individual authors who are taking notice.
Right.
We're seeing publishing houses starting to experiment with AI as well. There was an article I came across where a publishing house was using AI to analyze manuscripts and predict which ones were most likely to become bestsellers.
Whoa, hold on. So they're basically using AI to, like, pick the winners.
Pick the winners.
What does that mean for aspiring authors who are trying to get their work noticed?
Well, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Yeah.
On one hand, it could make the publishing industry even more competitive with AI potentially narrowing down the selection pool.
Right.
But on the other hand, AI could also help level the playing field for self-published authors.
Okay.
Imagine having access to the same kind of market analysis and trend prediction that big publishing houses have.
That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
It seems like AI could disrupt the traditional publishing model in some pretty significant ways.
Definitely.
But let's shift gears for a second.
Yeah.
We've been talking a lot about the potential benefits of AI for authors and publishers.
Yeah.
But what about the readers?
Right.
How is AI going to change our experience of reading and discovering new books?
That's where things get really fascinating.
Okay.
Think about how AI-powered recommendation algorithms are already shaping our choices on platforms like Netflix and Spotify.
Yeah.
Now imagine that same level of personalization applied to books.
So you're saying AI could help us find books that we might not have discovered otherwise.
Yeah.
Based on our individual preferences.
Exactly.
Okay.
It could even go a step further.
Okay.
Imagine reading a book that adapts to your choices as you go.
Oh, wow.
Like, choose your own adventure on steroids.
Yep.
Or think about personalized audiobooks where the narrator's voice changes based on your mood or the time of day.
Okay, that's starting to sound like something out of a science fiction novel.
Yeah.
But as cool as all of this sounds, it also raises some questions. Like, what about the human element of storytelling?
Yeah.
Will we lose something if AI starts dictating what we read and how we experience it?
Those are valid concerns.
Yeah.
And it's important to be mindful of the potential downsides as AI becomes more integrated into our lives. But I think it's important to remember that technology itself is neutral. It's how we choose to use it that determines its impact.
So it's not about replacing human creativity.
Exactly.
But about finding ways for AI to enhance and amplify it.
Right.
I like that perspective.
Yeah.
But, you know, whenever we start talking about AI,
there
are always those ethical questions that pop up.
Of course.
Are there any concerns specific to AI in writing that we should be aware of?
One of the biggest concerns is transparency.
Okay.
Readers have a right to know if a book they're reading was written with the help of AI.
Right.
Imagine picking up what you think is a deeply personal memoir, only to find out it was generated by an algorithm.
Yeah.
That could feel pretty unsettling.
Right. There's definitely a need for clear guidelines and ethical standards as AI becomes more prevalent in the publishing industry.
Absolutely.
But let's not get too bogged down in the negative.
Yeah.
What are some of the most exciting developments in AI writing that you're personally looking forward to?
I'm really fascinated by the potential for AI to democratize storytelling. Imagine a world where anyone, regardless of their background or writing skills, could use AI to bring their stories to life.
Yeah.
We could see a whole new wave of diverse voices and perspectives emerging in literature.
That's a really powerful idea.
Yeah.
And it kind of ties back to what we were talking about earlier.
Right.
About AI helping authors to improve their craft.
Yeah.
It's not just about making writing easier.
Right.
It's about making it more accessible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe the next bestseller we read will be a collaboration between a human author and an AI. The possibilities are truly endless.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect segue into our next topic. The future of publishing in an AI-driven world.
Okay.
Some experts are predicting some pretty dramatic shifts. What do you think is in store for the industry?
Well, I don't have a crystal ball.
Right.
But it's clear that AI is going to have a major impact on how books are written, published, and consumed. We might see a rise in hybrid publishing models where traditional publishers embrace AI tools while still providing the editorial guidance and marketing support that authors need.
I could definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
And I wonder if we'll start to see new genres or formats emerging
right.
as AI pushes the boundaries of what's possible
Oh, absolutely.
In storytelling.
Imagine interactive novels that respond to your biofeedback.
Oh, wow.
Or augmented reality books that blend the physical and digital worlds.
Oh.
We're really just scratching the surface of what AI can do.
It's both exciting and a little bit overwhelming to think about all the possibilities.
It is.
But ultimately, I think it comes down to this. As long as we prioritize human creativity and connection,
right,
AI has the potential to enrich our lives in some pretty amazing ways.
Yeah, it really feels like we're at the beginning of like a whole new era of storytelling. And it's both exciting and kind of like daunting to think about what that might look like. I think daunting is a perfectly natural reaction when you consider how quickly AI is evolving.
I mean, we've only just scratched the surface of what AI can do with writing.
Right.
And already it's raising some big questions about the role of human creativity, the ethics of authorship, and the future of the publishing industry.
And the most interesting part is that there are no easy answers.
Right.
We're in uncharted territory, figuring it out as we go.
But hey, that's what makes this whole conversation so fascinating. It's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about how we choose to use it.
Yeah.
And what kind of future we want to create.
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
AI is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill.
Right.
It all comes down to the intentions of the humans behind it.
So what do you think, based on everything we've discussed today, can AI write a bestseller?
Based on the rapid advancements we're seeing, I'd say it's not a matter of if, but when. AI is already capable of producing coherent and even engaging prose.
Okay.
And as the technology continues to develop, we can expect to see even more impressive results.
But the real question is, will those AI-generated bestsellers resonate with readers on the same level as books written by humans?
Yeah.
Will they have that same emotional depth?
Yeah.
That spark of human experience that makes a story truly unforgettable?
That's the big unknown. And honestly, I think it's something that only time will tell.
Yeah.
But even if AI can master the technical aspects of writing, I believe there will always be a place for human stories, for tales that reflect our shared experiences, our hopes, our fears, our dreams.
And maybe, just maybe, AI can help us tell those stories in new and innovative ways.
Right.
It can become a tool for amplifying human creativity.
Absolutely.
We're breaking down barriers to entry, for giving voice to those who might not have had the opportunity to share their stories otherwise.
That's a beautiful thought. And it gives me hope for the future of storytelling.
Yeah.
We're standing at a crossroads, and the choices we make today will shape the literary landscape for generations to come.
Well said. And as we wrap up this deep dive, I think it's important to remember that this is just the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah.
AI is constantly evolving.
Right.
And with every new breakthrough comes a new set of possibilities and challenges.
So if you're as intrigued by this topic as we are, we encourage you to continue exploring.
Yeah.
Check out Ian Ochieng's YouTube channel.
Okay.
Ian and Ochieng AI, for more in-depth tutorials and insights into the fascinating world of artificial intelligence.
Great channel.
He really breaks down complex concepts in a way that's easy to understand.
But of course, don't forget to subscribe to the Before AGI podcast for more deep dives into the world of AI and its impact on our lives. We're always looking for new and interesting topics to explore.
Yeah.
So if you have any suggestions, feel free to reach out to us on social media.
Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and keep those imaginations firing. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to write the first AI-assisted bestseller that truly captures the human spirit.
And on that note, we'll sign off. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI and storytelling. We'll see you next time.